Okay. It says I'm live. I'm gonna check this because it's been a pain so far. So now go to my channel. Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe I got it this time. Alright, so Streamlabs is finally working. Alright, well, now that nobody's watching, see if I can get the viewer thing. Where is that? How did I do that before? Oh, viewer count. Add source. Add source. Boom. Font. Offside. Okay, font color. Yellow. Roadhog. Okay, I think I got it now. It was a problem with. Come on. Here, I'll do this. Bloop. There. Okay. Close. Alright. So it was a problem with my previous channel that I used to stream on, which I maybe still will. I'll probably end up firing that thing back up eventually. But I used to stream over there, and it's the same email that I use, right? My Google, but I have two different YouTube accounts. Apparently, Streamlabs had a seizure, but then it actually let me go live, but then was having all kinds of problems. So it seems like I got it fixed now. So, not much here. Obviously, that took, between the actual setup and everything, over an hour of my time. I drink beer on my live streams. Sometimes, not always, but it's Saturday night at 12:30, so in this case, yes, I do. But yeah, I'm good. So I found a couple of dates. Now, I did notice, and I will say, I'm not up on my nickels. I won't lie. Nickels, I basically was just starting to put together books because I'm getting boxes from the bank, so why not? There are a couple S's. I think I said earlier I thought 69 was the only one. It's not. They did S's 68, 69, and 70, but that seems to be it, at least in this book from 62 to 95. Those are the only S mint marks I see. So I'm going to have to do something there. I will be nice and turn this volume down a bit. I'm probably too loud. I'm like yellow miking at all times. There we go. Plus, I'm going to be pulling corners. Okay. So, I still got a half a box of dimes that I'm going through. That's in progress. Nothing noteworthy there. And then I just earlier started busting open these nickels to see when and if. I still have yet. Hey, Flip, how's it going, sir? I still have yet to find a war nickel, and that's no surprise because, you know, they're very rare as far as their run. What was it, like 3 or 4 years? So, yeah, you don't really find a lot of war nickels, and nobody's really searching for them, I don't think, too hard. But I am starting to put together some nickels. So we'll see how it goes. The 2004, I don't know what they called them, Westward Journey, or what that series was exactly called, 2004, 2005. I am grabbing up all of those. I figure, worst case scenario, I can put like some circulated sets together. 59. That's going in the other book, I'm sure. And I'll give them away for giveaways. 53, but that one looks rough. It's an interesting thing. I haven't been streaming for a while. It's been a couple of, well, maybe about a year and a half since my last channel I streamed on it. 78. Is that a D? No. So it's a little weird, and I will warn you guys, especially if I'm doing other things, or on some kind of a tangent, I do not always keep up with chat. I don't know how Flip does it over there on his channel, but yeah. Oh, Flip. Well, Flip's already seen it. Roadhog, you probably saw it if you were in here earlier. Me showing off the 1916D, 82D. Why do I think I need that one? No. P. I need the 82P. So, yeah, I'm going to try to increase my presence here on the old YouTubes and see how it goes. 73D. No, I already got it. And then as I'm looking through these, I'll just grab, if I find something that looks really nice, I'll grab it and put it to the side. And, it's got to be older, not the new stuff that looks nice. I feel like we're going to be able to find those a dime a dozen. No pun intended. But if I see an older one, 80s, maybe even a 90s, if it looks like really pristine, I'll set them aside. I'll put them in a flip. I'll throw them in the collection. Like here. This is the bunch of flips from my last penny box, or 2 penny boxes ago. And there's some stuff in there. There's some Wheaties and different things. But I'll grab, some older stuff if it looks great. Yeah, I'm putting it in a flip and I'm keeping it. Hi, Flip Side. It's good to see you. Thank you for hanging out for even just a minute. What you guys missed was the first iteration of the stream, maybe, that just went horrible. I was telling Roadhog I had problems getting Streamlabs to forget that I used to stream with another channel, and it was just not having it at all. It was kind of flipping out on me. Audio was cutting in and out. It was a thing. So what I do when I go through rolls is I just look for stuff. If I'm filling a book or anything like that, I'll try to keep an eye on those dates. But mostly I'm looking for silver, usually. The pennies, it's mostly Wheaties and maybe some errors. I look at all the 1992s for the AMs and a couple other odd things. Look at me. But, the pennies, it's mostly about this. Oh, this bag is on its last legs. So, for pennies, it's mostly this. And I haven't done a video about this, but I'm going to eventually. I don't stack copper, and I know Flips is scratching his head. The copper rounds that I bought from him, I figured would be, good Christmas presents, stocking stuffers for the kids, whatever. I don't really get a lot of people a lot of things. Christmas it's important for the kids, but for adults, I don't see it as much of an importance, so it's limited. But I don't stack copper. I'm not going to buy copper rounds, with the exception of the ones from Flip. They're Christmas. It's a thing. And I bought... Who did I buy that from? That might have been Silver Keys. I bought... Or was it Ringmaster? I can't remember. I bought a poured copper bar. I think it was about a half pound. Yeah, I'll buy those things as more of like a novelty. But when I don't stack copper, I steal the copper pennies. That's what I do. And there's two ways that can play out. I'm not going to be like some of these people. I mean, eventually, I guess I will. But once I have a 5-gallon bucket or two, I'll probably be good, you know? But it's either going to go one of two ways. They're going to let us start scrapping them. And then, we'll see what that looks like. But honestly, I feel like the bigger thing is going to be when everybody starts melting them down, because they will. I know not tons of people, but tons of people do pull out the copper. Everybody's been talking about this for years, how, ooh, that's a really nice 2005 Buffalo. It's still in great shape. And I'm also looking for one of those strike-through Buffaloes. I don't know what they're worth. I did. Yeah, it's like 2.5 cents right now. So I know a lot of people pulling them, that'll go through their pocket change or do what I'm doing. Here's another 2005. That's the Ocean View. That one's in good shape. And they plan on melting them when the government says we can for profit sometime, I'm sure, after the penny is discontinued, which probably has a decade or less, in my humble opinion. And there won't be numbers. It's not going to be like some of the mint destructions where they melt things down and then, we have like a finite number. But I feel like a lot of these copper pennies are going to become much more rare than it seems like on paper. People will say, oh yeah, there's a bunch out there, but nobody's seen this one or that one in quite some time. So it can go one of two ways. Maybe I'll melt them down. It depends on how I feel, I guess. But I'm kind of more likely to keep them as examples of the coins that are probably going to get, a mass destruction when they say we can finally melt them down. I'll have to investigate what's going on with Canada's pennies. I know banks are still taking them right now, but they just don't issue them. They rounded up all their prices. You don't see them. But I feel like, and those are all the not bad ones, but I don't differentiate too much. If I see something really nice, like here, this is what I haven't been able to flip yet because I ran out of staples, oddly enough, but here's a bunch. There's, 96, 98, nothing too crazy on here, but that's because I already flipped all the really old ones. The ones that I wanted to make sure to put up that are going to be harder to find. But as I see the nice ones come through, I'll pull them. And so those are probably all the goofy ones, the messed up ones, things with who knows what on them, things like that. But it's going to be worth something. I don't know what it's going to be worth, and I'm not going to go crazy and fill up my garage with it, but I'm going to have it for when it happens so I can make a decision at that time what I feel the best course of action is. I mean, who knows if it gets the penny and coins get destroyed altogether in favor of a digital currency. We're all going to be very wealthy because we're all going to have a ton of stuff that doesn't exist anymore. It's not being made. Yeah, like the stream for the... Oh, we got 4 people now. Look at me. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing. So I don't stack copper, but I want to keep the pennies. I don't get me wrong. I'm not going out of my way, but I look, and past a certain point, couple 5-gallon buckets, whatever's hard to move, I'll probably stop around that level. The silver and the safe and everything else is hard enough to manage sometimes. So, we'll see how that goes. 96p. Shoot, I need a 95p. 89p. Why does that sound familiar? No, I got it. It's 82p. But yeah, so like my stacking, I won't lie. I think Flip got to me. Before Flip, if you even look, you'd have to go back and do some crazy searching, or if anybody was actually around. When I discovered the YouTube auctions, I was like, okay, this is interesting. I started buying, but I wasn't buying all the crazy stuff that everybody's buying. Generic, if it was up. I got a Johnson Matthey bar, 10-ounce bar from Ravenhawk. And that was who told me about Big Flip Stream. I was in there one day and he goes, oh, Big Flip's going to be streaming sometime, and you should check that out. And I think that's how I got over. But I bought that bar from him, and like I remember watching the auction and just watching all these things roll by, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, because I just couldn't stomach spending that much money and only getting an ounce or two of silver. Now, I was bored though too, so I'm seeing everybody else have, fun, so to speak, with their collecting, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, I need another bar. I need some more rounds. It got hard to keep convincing myself, and then, I got into flips, and it was the halves that did it. It was definitely the halves, because I can't remember what the first graded coin was that I bought, but I think I bought it mainly because it was in good shape and it was silver. And then I'm like, okay, well, I bought that half. Here's another one. Okay, I'll buy that half. And then I'm like, oh, well, dimes, I got a bunch of those, and this one's graded. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, I just kind of slowly drifted in, and now now I have so many slabs, it's kind of ridiculous. And I have clad slabs that, some people argue, oh, there's a 46. Nice, that's going in the other book. Clad slabs, I mean, it's weird. There's the Lewis and Clark. It's a little dirty, but it's there. It's still a coin. It still has value. It's just not made of silver. So it's a different kind of thing. I mean, on that, you're hoping for, the numismatic value to go up. It's not going to maybe move with the price of silver like some, government-backed may, as we've seen, especially a lot of the, I don't even know what you call them, like the premium coins, I guess, the modern mintage premium coins like Niue and all those. I mean, spot price has a huge effect on their value. Like the numismatic right now is almost secondary, unless you're trying to put together a collection or something of a set. The numismatic piece is real shaky on those, but it has that silver to back it up. A 75. Why did I think I needed a 75? I do need a 75. Is it? Yeah, it's just a 75. In decent enough shape that I will throw it in this book. There we go, filling holes. So yeah, that's where it gets weird. And this, you know, I don't know. I have a lot of those, and I got them from, you know, I will say most of the semi numismatics that I got, I think almost probably all of them, either I bought at a coin shop because they had it in the, you know, generic silver bin and got lucky, or I got them from coin roll hunts over at Big Flips. Maybe a couple one-offs, but I don't think I wasn't buying that stuff out. I wasn't looking for it. A lot of them are nice, but you know, when you look at something and you're saying, oh, I'm going to pay 40-50 bucks for 1 ounce of silver, you know, and that's the same thing with the hand pours. Now somebody keep Keys and Ringmaster Ray and everybody else on the RN Metals auctions from bludgeoning me, but I have a hard time with hand pours, and it's not because like I don't see the time they put in. I don't understand. I know because I looked. I was thinking about doing some myself there for a while, and I started looking, and I'm like, just the, you know, an electric furnace. What is this? Oh, it's just a really dirty 88. The furnaces, even the cheap ones, are expensive. Ooh, 1940. You're going up there too. That's nice. See, and that's the cool thing about some of these. You know, pennies, you know, I think it's pretty safe to say, unless there's a fluke, you're not finding any Indian heads, you know, floating out there in circulation anymore. It's not impossible, but it's definitely your lucky day, right? But with nickels, dimes, maybe a little bit. Ooh, 41. What is going on with this box? You can still find some of these older coins, and if, you know, you're really lucky, pretty sure I already have a 76. That 75 was the only thing I was looking for. You can still find great examples of old coins in circulation, which I guess most people don't see the value of. General people don't really differentiate between coins. Now, I wish I had started collecting coins themselves a long time ago, because it would have been a lot easier to get a lot of things, but it's okay. There's another ocean view. Sweet. I love these, and I'm going to start putting together sets and giving them away on the channel. As a matter of fact, heck, we might even just go ahead and do one tonight, just for the first actual real stream. I feel bad, though, because Coin Junkie abandoned me. He hung in there, though. He tried. Like, even when the audio wasn't working, he was watching me fumble and cuss in a muted fashion. 79? Why does that sound funny? 78. It's the 78D. That I need. You would think I would be more prepared for this and have like that sitting up somewhere so I could easily look at it. But no, my house is a mess. So I'll explain. I recently moved, right, from an apartment that I had, actually just not that long ago, to this house that I'm in now. And this is a tiny, very tiny, little 2-bedroom, 700 and some odd square foot thing with a garage. Okay, this is dirty looking. What are you? Why do all the new coins have to, like, be dirty and look old and have that, like, questionable color that makes you second guess them, and then they turn out to be like a 2001? What the heck is going on with that? But I bought this house, so I own another house, and I just got done with a complete remodel, floor to ceiling, on that entire house. Got shafted by my contractor. Ran out on me. So I had to finish it. I called my dad up from Kentucky, who's very old, but he came up, gave me a hand. And between him and I, we got it finished. 85. Was there an 85? No, I found it. So we got it finished, but during that process, I was buying this one. So I can live in it for, give or take about a year. Probably a little longer now that I've suffered the setback of my contractor running out on me and some other things. But I'll be here for about a year or so. And then I'll move. I'll buy something else. And then this will be another rental. And so I'm building my rental portfolio and my precious metals portfolio. My stock portfolio's in the gutter. Is that? I just found a 1970 S. Ha ha ha! That's 2 S's in one night out of the same box. Now, I'm not saying that's super rare or anything, but for trying to fill some books, and this is only the second box that I've touched, that is pretty rare, I think, because this first section of the Jefferson Nickels are almost complete. This is the 62 to 95. I'm only missing a handful now. Alright, you know what? I wonder if I can set this up here without screwing Nah, I can't even see the computer, you know. Make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate it. New supporter here. Thank you, Me Time. I appreciate it very much. I was going over my real estate situation, which I don't know what I'll do. Sorry for the ears. As far as the channel, I have a really good microphone. It's I've been using it for live streaming for a while, and I found out very quickly that it catches like all the background noise. It's really great for speaking, but it's really bad for anything else going on. So the coins might be loud, so I apologize. But the real estate thing, it's all just, a hedge in a different form. I want to be asset heavy and not liability heavy. I don't want things that cost me money. I want things that make me money. And that's easier said than done. A lot of people can't switch that mind state. I have a brand new car. I finally broke down this year and purchased one. It's probably the worst time as far as interest rates and everything else is going. But that's a 90D. I just felt like I was tired of wrenching on vehicles, keeping them all running. When I was with my ex-wife not so long ago, she had 2 cars, I had 3. I had 2 cars and a truck. And so I had to keep that whole fleet running. Which, and I was doing rebuilds. If you look at the Just Wrench It channel, would buy wrecked cars. What the heck? How did I miss that? See, here's what Flip was talking about. And I don't know why somebody would do this. And I can probably get that off of there. Oh, sorry. Light. Now I'm finally looking at the camera. This is one of those Louisiana purchase quarters that I like to keep, and somebody markered a 5 on the back, and I'm sure it's Sharpie. I can get that off, but it's disrespectful. What are you doing? Where was I? Oh yeah, if you look at the Just Wrench It channel, I was rebuilding wrecked vehicles. So you buy one that somebody's totaled and insurance is selling at an auction. So I'm already used to auctions. and then you buy it, you fix it, and then you go get it inspected and recertified for road use. And there's a lot of 64s. I don't know why I'm seeing so many 64. There's another one, 64. That one, I don't know if it's the toning on that. That one looks good. I'm setting that over in the keep pile. It's got some really interesting toning on it. I'll pull it up in just a second. Let me finish what's in my hand. And there's a 69 that looks... Oh, another 69S. Holy hell. Okay. Give me a break. I'm going to grab a drink. And then I'll be right back. So, the idea with the wrecked cars, hold on, let me show you this. 64. Oh, hold on. Man, I need to get this straightened out. There's the 64. It's... Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to fix that, because the image is mirrored. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Settings. Apply rotation, flip vertically. How do I do that? I don't see it. I could have swore there was an option. Configure video? No. I guess not. Okay, I'll get back to it. So, I'll try to get this in here. If it will... Come on. No. I will get a better camera. But it's not great on close-up shots either. Anyhow, it's really clean. Has some, like... It has that, I'll call it like the nickel toning. It looks like it sat in a proof set for too long or something, where it's starting to get that kind of like haze on it. And then this, oh God, I am out of practice. Why will it not focus on the nickel? Okay, you're not going to be able to see it, but that's the 69S. That's awesome. I'm finding some really good things in this. So, back to the topic at hand. Vinegar. You know, Roadhog? Yes, but I don't know. I'm going to have to run some tests, because I feel like 50% rubbing alcohol would work better. I don't know that, but that's my suspicion. I know it's a big no to do things to coins, but I will say what I do know about the 50% alcohol is it will not take away your toning. If there's gunk on a coin or something that I think should come off, I will use rubbing alcohol to try to see if I can loosen that stuff up, but it does not affect the toning. Does it affect the coin? I'm not a really good pneumatist and definitely not a coin grader, so I don't know, but it doesn't seem to. And I think if you soak it, I'm not saying you rub it or scratch it or do anything crazy like that, but if you soak it and then maybe pat, I think you could probably get it out of there without any real damage, but it's not going to pull off the toning. There's a decently nice 63. That's interesting. I'll put that to the side. So anyhow, the idea with... There's another Oh, that one's good. That one's getting some tone to it. Another one of those Ocean View nickels. The idea with the insurance wrecks was, number one, I like fixing things. And I hate myself, so I always like to have a project. But, you save money. You could get a... Is that... Are you kidding me? I don't have my coin microscope, but... Okay, now that's a D. 70D. Looked like an S for a second. The idea with that was to get nicer cars than you could otherwise afford. Cheaper. Ooh, there's a 47. I'm finding some decent... I know they're not super rare. There's another Ocean View. Got a bag of those. I mean, I know they're not that rare either. But, like I said, if I find things that look good, I'm going to keep them. There's an 84. It's got some wear. It looks really nice, but it's got a lot of wear on it. But yeah, to get nicer cars than you could otherwise afford, at that point, there's a Lewis and Clark. You're paying X amount. This is before cars blew up in price and COVID and all the inflation happened. But you could get I got some deals over the years with some of those cars. And if you can do the work, it doesn't take much to fix them. And so that was the idea. And I think when I met my ex-wife, I had probably done like 6 or 7. And then I met her. I did 2 more, I think, myself. And then she wanted one. And so she picked hers from the auction, which she picked probably like the worst thing she could pick. It had like pretty bad damage. I had to cut pieces off the car, weld them back in. It was kind of a mess. And yeah, so she picked that one, and it took forever, and she was complaining about how long it took. But she bought about the worst one that she possibly could. We got it dirt cheap, but this thing had new windshield, new tires by the end of it, complete new suspension, new bumper, new door completely, a little bit of body work, a little bit of paint work. It was a lot. Plus all the underlying welding and putting in structure. I had to go procure those parts from a scrapyard. Literally go down there and cut the panels and stuff off the car in the scrapyard. Look at that. Split the roll and opened up right on a Lewis and Clark. It's just my luck. Roadhog, I think you're the only one left. At the moment, which is fine. It's getting late. I understand. I'm probably going to hit a couple more of these rolls. Finish this beer. Send you something like, I don't know. You're in the U.S., right, Roadhog? I guess it wouldn't matter. I could probably send an envelope. But, assuming you're in the U.S., did he drop off? Ooh, there's a really nice 76. How did that not come out of a mint set? Oh my gosh. I'll look for you to see if you come back, but I was going to give you some silver. 85p. 85p. Yes, Michigan. Mason. I don't know what Mason is. I got the thing sitting in front of me and I'm still not looking at it. 82p. I think I did that earlier. I just found a really nice 1976 and this thing is toned up like crazy. Like Like I was saying earlier, it literally looks like it's been sitting in a mint set, but it's not an S. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if I guess it could have came out of something like that. Not a proof set. It definitely doesn't look proofy, but man, some toning on that thing. So let's do this. I will put... Oh, I'm not signed in. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the YouTube channel. Like the live stream. If it does the audio, give me a second. Okay, there we go. I'll mute it. So, I wonder if it's going to let me... Okay, there you go. So, Roadhog, since you're hanging out and you're being so gracious, I appreciate your support. Throw me an email, right? I don't think I have your email, sir, unless you put it up there earlier and I didn't see it. So, email me at that email. You can just copy and paste it. That's the one from my other channel that I'm currently using for everything. There is another ocean view. And I'm sure I got something. I got some grams of silver. I got constitutional. I got some stuff. I'll put together something. I'll package it as best I can and send it out in an envelope so there won't be like tracking or anything official. But yeah, I can send you something for hanging out and sticking with it and jumping back in the stream after the first fiasco and being the only person here telling me that my audio is working. I would greatly appreciate it. So if you just drop me an email, I'll get you something sent out. I am leaving. I'll be traveling. Oh, wait. 82p. Is that my guy? That's my guy. Ha! 82p. Hold on, I gotta grab the book. Man, I'm 2 boxes of nickels so far, and I've almost got this section of the book. It's a 3-part book for the Jeffersons, but I'm only missing 2 on 2 pages now. So yeah, you'll have to email me, but I'll get you something sent out. It won't be, I'm not saying it's going to be anything spectacular. You would be my first giveaway on this channel, and it's nice because I don't have to do anything because you're the only one in here right now. No randomness, no drawing, just for sticking with it. I'll send something out to you. I got some really cool little grams. I got some bars with different designs and stuff on them. And I have some rounds with some different designs and stuff on them. I got all kinds of little stuff. But yeah, I'll send you something out for being determined to attend the stream. Been through, looks like I've got through a couple rows. Well, like a row and a half so far. I filled some spots in the book. I think you I don't expect, well, no, not yet, but okay, so there's not a lot of people in here. So I feel like I can kind of give you my secret plan, and if you steal it, I guess it's fair game. So here's my plan, right? Well, if you can become successful enough on like a YouTube channel or whatever, you're getting money, right? And just like with my last channel, and it kind of died organically, and that was because of my divorce, and I moved into an apartment, so I didn't have a garage to wrench on stuff. Kind of hard to fix things when, you don't have a place to do it. And so it died organically. Plus, I was just stressed after the divorce. I had a lot going on. Blah 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 blah. It's not dead in the water completely. I could start making videos tomorrow for that channel, and maybe I will, but we'll see. But anyway, with that one, I gave away so much stuff, man. I gave away. They're right at the end. I didn't even need to do it. Lowe's came out with a new tool brand called Flex. They're supposed to compete with Milwaukee. They're like their house brand, but it's better than Cobalt kind of thing. And they're expensive. They're like legit expensive. Okay, here's a 2005. Ooh, that's a really nice ocean view. That one's, oh, but his face has some nicks on it, but the rest of it's beautiful. I gave away, it was like $400 worth of tools. The Flex, maybe it was like the hammer drill kit or something. I'd have to look back on it. It was one of the last videos I did over there on that channel. Actual videos. And I gave that away. I didn't need to. Nobody cared. The video was crap. It probably hasn't even gotten a bunch of videos. I did like a kind of like a review of it without really putting the tools through too many of their paces, because I was giving them away and didn't want to like torture test something and then hand it to someone like, here is your used stuff. Plus they had a warranty or something, like a lifetime warranty if they activated it in time. It was like some kind of promotion they were doing for the tool line. So I gave those away right at the end. There was no reason to. I went and bought them, gave them away, because you get like revenue statements, right? I just got a Google AdSense payment from my other channel. I don't know how long it's been since I got a payment from them. It's probably been a month or two. But it was $127. And I haven't made videos over there in almost 2 years. So, you know, once you get to a certain point, you're getting something for it. Why not just give that away? So I thought about doing like, once I get monetized, which is perfect, I will check that out once I don't have my hands full of copro nickel. But once you get to a certain point and you're making money, that's 2022, you know, you can write off a lot of the stuff. And I will talk to my tax professional. There's a really nice Lewis and Clark. You know, you talk to a tax professional and you can write off a lot. And at least as far, there's a kind of 8-up ocean view. You talk to them and you can write off the item you're giving away. Or at least, according to my tax professional, I can. And so, with the last channel, if I did something like that, like I gave away those, man, that's 2 buffaloes and like, this like 3 of these in just a few minutes. I would write off the tool and the shipping and ship it out and give it away. So, like, if the channel makes $500, you still want to turn a profit, right? You need to. But you can easily give most of that away or write it off and be okay. 77? No, I mean 78D. Ooh, there's a 40. I'm going to have to bust out the other book in a minute. But yeah, so I wrote off tons of stuff. I would still turn a profit. I wouldn't write off enough, you know, to, you know, not make it worth it. But I would write off a lot because, like, I make decent money right now, knock on wood. And hopefully that's not going to change. But, you know, I really didn't need the money from the channel. I wanted it to make money, but it's kind of like the, most people probably don't know who Mr. Beast is. It's kind of like his idea, like reinvesting back in the channel. I'm just going to, you know, as I start becoming more and more able and get monetized and I'm able to do some things like that, I will make the videos. People will watch the videos. That will then fund more giveaways and things and different videos. And the best part about it, and I have to talk to my tax professional about this too, if I buy silver or an item for a video, I get to write it off. Now, I write off the purchase, but then if I sell it, then I have that goes into income. So theoretically, let's just run it. I could buy something a little more on the rare side. Let's just say it's like a quarter ounce gold or something. It's like $400 or $500. I could buy that, say for $500, right, at spot price or whatever it was, at. Buy that for $500. Do a video on it. Like on that coin. It can't be like generic. It's got to be in the video. It's real specific. But I do a video on that coin, talking about something, whatever. Once the video's over, I could then do a giveaway, which I don't know if I'd do that. I'd have to be pretty big at that point. But either a giveaway, or I could sell it at like a reduced price, or do like a buck and go auction on something like that, hoping that it didn't get above spot, which hopefully it shouldn't. But I could sell it at a loss, and then I at the end of the calculation, I'm not really I spent a small amount because I get to write off the entire purchase and income goes in. So like I don't really take that big a hit to sell it at a loss. And I thought about the same thing with rounds and other things and general giveaway items, is that you should be able to offset that pretty well and to be able to give away a lot. 84 without really putting yourself. It depends though. Some people are running their channels like a job, and for those people they're not going to have the same ability. They can still do giveaways and things, but they can't give away the farm and write it off if they're looking for that income as a support structure for whatever they got going on. There's a 59. Actually, that's the second 59. But I think it looks better than the one that we had there. So, who else is in here? I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's me. Hold on. Gotta pull my stuff up. It's me because I was watching it on YouTube. I pulled it up on YouTube to make sure. Oh, to comment, to send you my email. That's why it's showing me watching me. Yeah, so it's just you, which is nice. For those intents and purposes, free giveaway. I don't like running your channel. Running your channel like how? Like a job? I really don't like, and I won't say it like kind of got that way, but I worked really hard on the last one, the Just Wrench It channel, to get it to the level. The tool community's hard. They're a bunch of jerks. I won't lie to you. There's like factions, and these people don't like these people, and I walked into a mess on that one. And some people can dodge that stuff. And I did dodge it pretty well, but it's a very fractured community, and there was like a whole subset of popular people that just, I guess for lack of a better term, just hated on everybody else. I don't know how else to put it. And would cause problems and drama and conflict, and in some cases literally try to destroy channels. And that's just, definitely not me. And so I did pretty good steering away from it, but that, bothered me a bit about it. So I tried to stay away from them and that side. Yeah, and that's Big Flip gave me some pointers, and I'm not saying they're not good pointers, but he was talking about like, oh, okay, like if you're gonna start a channel for this, like you need to upload constantly, and that's true. It is true, not constantly, but like yes, often you need to. I don't know about a schedule. I don't feel like schedules are as important anymore on YouTube per se, but like he gave me a lot of good pointers, and I'm like, yeah. And even my editor, yes, I have an editor. Oh, there's a 69S. Another one. I don't know how rare those are or what they are worth, but I am keeping them. Anything odd, I will keep. Anything in good shape, I will keep. If it's not normal, I'm stealing it. What is that? 92. Well, let's look. I got my red book here. Ooh, 62. No, 62D. I already got that. I got a nice one. Yeah, we'll look at the red book in a second. Give me just... There's another 64. Nothing too special there. Alright. And of course, the red book is where I'm piling all the paper wraps. Nickels are going to be pastimes? No. Nickel. What'd I say? The 69S? Oh, the 50s have a D over S and an S over D. Excuse me. Now that's weird. How do you tell that? They say there's a 71, no mint mark. 71D, obviously a mint mark. And then they say there's a 71S with no S. Is that like it's supposed to be a proof? The S is supposed to be the proof? And then a 1971S with the S. Oh, I think so. The no S, I don't know. I'll have to look at that one. Because the no S at a PF65. Okay, so that is a proof. 250. But a 1971 proof with the S somehow says it's $1,100. That's weird. Okay, but let's get to the 69. 69S in an MS65 should be around... I don't know. It doesn't really have a price except for the PF65, and that's $3. So I guess the 69s were proofs. These are some rough-looking proofs. That's upsetting. 76, the really nice one I got, maybe worth $3. Maybe, probably not. That's if it hits a 65. It won't have anything by the bottom of the head. Oh, yeah. I mean, I get that, but it almost seems like sometimes they do this on purpose. Like all the errors. I know now there are people selling penny rolls. Like legit, like just selling brand new penny rolls from the bank just because the stuff has so many errors now. There's a 62. I don't need it. Ooh, I need a 63. How have I not... Oh, I got one right here. 1963. It's got a rim ding. Damn it. Alright, I need my puffer. Where did I hide my puffer? Oh, it's back here behind the book. Oh, nowadays, I feel like they do. We have the technology and the computerization to where they could make sure that the machine will not run with the wrong dies in it. You know what I mean? There's a really nice... Well, I don't know about really nice. There's a 61, though. Set that up there. You know what I mean? I came from industrial automation. I did that for some years before what I'm doing now. And I was a maintenance guy, setting up machines and working on machines and fixing machines. And by the time I was leaving, and my company was way behind the curve as far as technology. We had machines that would run autonomously. You would take what some people call like a gaylord or a bin of parts and put it into like one side of the cell where the robot was and have an empty bin on the other side, and it would pull all those parts out of that bin, and they were just thrown in there like no rhyme, no reason. It had 3D imaging, and it could detect and move and pick up the parts however it had to get them out of the bin, and it would do the whole process and then drop them in the other. Here's the interesting part: it would change heads. If like you loaded in a part for a different different part for a different process, it would detect that part. Okay, these are these parts, and it would go over, switch its own tooling automatically, and then put that new tooling on, and then go over and start working those parts all by itself. The only thing anybody had to do was change out the bins, and it would do it all itself. It was really nice, and yeah, fun to watch. But I did that for long enough to know that like Mint errors, it's just because they're not putting the technology into it. They could automate the process or even just add some technology and pretty much get perfect coins every time. Hell, they could have a camera doing the inspection and nothing, adverse would make it out of the mint. If that's what they wanted. But I don't think that that's what they want. They want people looking through coins. They like the coin market, And that's why I don't understand this year. I really don't understand why the U.S. government stopped making Silver Eagles. I know, there's supply problems, and there was a silver shortage a little bit and some stuff, but they're making money hand over fist on Silver Eagles. Why would you stop making them? That just makes absolutely no sense. Why would you stop making them? If spots, they have to buy them for it's contracted into their charter. They have to buy them for a certain amount of money. They can't pay so much over spot or whatever. It's something like that, but it's not as detailed as that, but you get it. We're not going to buy them at any price. We have to buy them for a reasonable, globally accepted price, or however it's worded. So they can't pay crazy high premiums to get their silver planchets, which is fine, but they're not paying an arm and a leg to get them in the first place. But what's a new Eagle go for? $40? Probably $35-$40. I'd have to look at the Mint website to see. I mean, I usually deal in secondhand market. I don't think I've yet to buy anything directly from the Mint because everybody says it's just a mess, and a lot of people aren't even buying from them direct anymore. But why would you stop making that? That just it's one of the few things we're making that, just in general, as a country, that we're making money on and sell, I would say, up to the premium problem that we're having now, sold very well. And they stopped making them because I don't even know why. I would not make other things, and I would make Silver Eagles because they're going to sell. And I feel like they should do more variations. I feel like, honestly, some of our coins, like the coinage, these Jefferson nickels, the run is all 3 books. I don't even have it in front of me. The run is ungodly on these. It's from, where's the other book? 1938 to date. And because the new ones still have Jefferson, but it's like I forget what they call it, like a modified something. I forget what they call it. There's a name for it, though, where his face is on the side. It's a modified Jefferson nickel, so it's still a Jefferson nickel, according to them. So the run is just crazy. It's almost 100 years of Jefferson nickels at this point. I mean, we're not, you know what I mean. Not tomorrow, but another decade or so, and we'll be pretty close to it. I guess the same thing could kind of be said about the Lincoln cents. When are we going to change it? When are we going to get some new coins that actually look like they're keeping up with these other mints around the world? These people are kicking our ass as far as like variety and like license stuff. Like who was it? Is it? I have some. Maybe it's Niue. Got the Marvel licensing. Niue. And I'm not dogging the country. More power to them. Like, great, that's great. But why? It's an American movie. It's our stuff. Marvel comes from here. DC comes from here. You know what I mean? Why is our mint not like, yeah, no, we need to mint these. Like, we need to get the contract. Please let us do it. No. And the designs are already there. You don't even really have to design them. It's already been drawn a million times. You just figure out what pose you want and get somebody to mock it up. You know, you don't even have to do a whole lot of work as far as design. The design's already there. So why? That's what I don't get. And so, like, then we get proof Silver Eagles. We get reverse proof Silver Eagles. You know, we get some stuff like that. It's about it. You know, we don't have a whole lot of variety. They're not trying very hard. What are you asking? What's an uncirculated coin? Oh, there's a really ugly nickel in the back. You know, I would love to open one of these rolls or something sometime and find like a V-nickel or something. Or heck, even a war nickel, I think would probably make my day. It's a lot of the newer stuff. Oh, it has been. I don't get it either. 64. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. And I looked at when I started, Flip started getting me into coins. I've looked at the Mint website. I have it bookmarked on my computer. And I go there and I look and I just don't see anything, and especially the prices. Like mint sets from the mint themselves. It's like a new car, which I bought one of those too, but that's different. That's got some functionality to it. Mint sets from the mint, you're almost guaranteed to fucking lose your ass on them. Because they're just going to drop in value. I mean, now look at some of the older mint sets. I know, they're not, some are proofs, some are this, but, pretty much now, unless it's some kind of special issue, everything's clad, right? But they're still, mint state coins, and I can buy them for like $5 to $7 at my LCS. I mean, depends on what they have, but, and people were paying who knows what for those when they were first released. There's a 63. I know I needed that. Is it a D? Nope. It's a pretty nice one, too. Maybe I'd already found one. I just hadn't put it in. I'll have to look at that. But, it's just weird. The whole situation. I just don't get what the Mint's doing. I haven't seen anything on there that I just had to buy. Mint sets, and the silver Mint sets. I mean, now it's a little bit of a better deal when you get the silver quarters. But still, even if you piecemeal all that stuff out, you're not getting your money back on that if you buy it directly from them. I don't know too much. I mean, I guess if you like get everything graded, but then, you have to be, a member of like PCGS or NGC, and hopefully have some like a member tier where you get some of the free ones. So many inspections a year or whatever you get with your membership, then maybe some of the coins might be worth it. But if you're paying for the grading, like, that's why I don't like the pennies and some of those things that like are graded. If it's not worth $40 or $50, I don't know how any of those end up in slabs. The only way is somebody had some free grading, I would think, with their membership that they just had to use, and they thought, oh, well, I'll take a chance and send this penny, and maybe, it'll turn into something. That's the only thing I can think of, because some of the stuff I was looking at my LCS today when I was out there buying, and dropping nickels. They had a bunch of Indian heads, and I know Indian heads are rarer than everything else. I get it. They're older. But I was like, oh, like, what you got on any of those? And I guess I wasn't looking at the condition either. So I was just like, oh, do you got anything under there for like $30-$40? And the dude like scoffed at me, and he's like, what? No. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, no? He's like, no, all these are like $1,000 pennies. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize they were like graded that nice. So, not that I was being insulting, just I guess ignorant as to their grade and maybe the exact rarity, but they were like key dates and stuff of Indian heads and graded very well. Like, I think I was like, oh, what about that one? And it's like, oh, that one's like $1,200. Like, oh shit, okay. And they're actually pretty good on their prices. They do a pretty good. Ooh, what is that? This guy has seen some things. There's no way it's gonna focus on this for you, but it's like all. I mean, it's dirty, but it's all scratched up. Like, it's a Jefferson nickel. For sure, but it's seen some things here. I need to drink this beer. I need to quit sorting these nickels and just powwow with you. But yeah, they're pretty good. They have like a big screen. You walk in there, you can walk over the big screen. You don't have to talk to nobody. I mean, they're gonna ask you if you need anything, but on their big screen has all their prices. What they're buying at, what they're selling at. I mean, obviously specific coins, but silver, gold, constitutional, whatever. The prices are like clearly labeled and on that big screen, so you don't even have to ask. You can just go over there and look. And 62. No, I don't need 62. So, and that's nice. There's a guy here in my town, runs we'll call it a pawn shop. It's not, though. Apparently the city doesn't want him to have a pawn shop, so he has to call it a buy and sell or something. Oh, there's another buffalo. I'm trying to find one of these damn strike-throughs. Again, I don't know what they're worth, but I heard about it, and I'm like, okay, I see those often. I'll look. But he runs a buy and sell, and I've been buying a lot of stuff from him. He has silver and gold from time to time from people and different things. So I was oh, okay, there's that. Here's our bad one. Oh God. It was a something 5. There's no mint mark on the back above the capital, so it's not a war nickel. I'm going to say 75. That's what it's looking like, and that's not worth keeping. It's the equivalent of a road penny. But I was talking to him one day and asking him some just general questions, and he's like, "Oh no, man! Like I got maybe like another 2 years of doing this, and then I'm gonna sell this place." And I'm like, "Oh yeah? Like you gonna sell it? What are you gonna sell it for?" And he told me. I said, "Oh, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me know." I said, "You know, you're making good money." He goes, "I've been in business 8 years. You know, yeah, like I'm making decent money, enough to pay the rent and whatever else." And the rent's like, I think the space that he's in right now is like $2,000 a month. So he's making that plus profit after expenses or whatever. So, but he's like a buy and sell. He's like he is the pawn shop. It's basically it's a pawn shop. The city won't let him call it a pawn shop because they're bougie. 1941. We'll set that to the side. So he offered to not sell it to me. He said, "I'm going to be selling it, here in a couple of years. If you want to, get yourself in a position to buy it, you could buy it from me." And I kind of thought about it because he don't list anything online at all. He has like a website, but it just says it's like one of the old guy websites that just says, "Oh hey, come see us." It don't have a fucking Google link to directions or nothing. And his hours that are on there on the website are not the same as what he's keeping in the store because they never got updated or whatever. I mean, he's in the Stone Age. Oh hey, Stuart. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. We're having a chat while I sort through some nickels. But so he offered to sell me that place, so to speak. 63. Is there a mint mark? Yeah, 63D. Mine's much better. I don't need that one. So I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm half tempted. Am I missing all the 78s? I need to start looking for those specifically because I feel there's a 79. See, I said that. And there's a 79 pops right up in front of me. I need to find that 78. Oh, there's another 69S. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping them all. I will be pulling coins from circulation for the foreseeable future. And I don't care if I have to melt them all. Somebody else is going to get rich by having one of the last few. We'll figure it out. But I'm pulling them. I can't believe some of this stuff just sits in circulation. It's odd. Did you ever see Roadhog? Did you ever see Rob Finds Treasure? I don't know how old the video is. I guess I never really looked. It's not like ancient or anything, but that one where he went to the bank and some old lady had cashed in a bunch of $50 rolls. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's on video. It's on video. You saw me. I've been pulling through this whole box. There's no trickery here. No trickery. I found a no-date buffalo. Holy shit. Hold on. I gotta keep this separate so I know which ones to go through. Oh. Oh, man. Fucking camera. Hold on. Sorry. I usually don't cuss. Look. Hold on. Let me figure out this angle. I gotta figure out this angle for you. It's a no-date buffalo. Man, if I was half tempted, I'd film a short. Oh, man, the date is gone on this. date is gone. Stuart, you were here. Stuart's gone. He just popped in. Yes, it's on camera. Holy hell. I never find anything. That's awesome. Yeah, it's slicked out on the front, man. The back still looks pretty good. It's got all four legs, unfortunately, but yeah, I don't know. Let me pull out. Where's my phone? I've had some luck with this. I mean, obviously, if you get a microscope, I'm sure, there's more you can do. But I've had a little bit of luck with zoom on the cameras. And if you play it right, you hit light, it helps you see some things that maybe you didn't before. But I am not seeing anything on this at all. I wonder, I got this whack camera. I'm probably going to return it. But I will try just for you to see if I can hook this thing up and get it to work on the stream. I'm going to have to film a short about this. Hold on, let me move this book and see if I can get this hooked up. I'm going to drink a beer. Drink the beer. What do you like, Roadhog? What do you like? Because I got some Canadian stuff. I feel like you being my first giveaway, like on my own stream, I'd like to make it worth your while. Plus, you're hanging out. So, let me see if I can add this. Video capture device. Add source. Add new source. What is that? That's not it. Oh, don't do this stuff live. I should be in studio. Okay, that's not going to work. It deactivate. It doesn't. It didn't click when I plugged it in, did it? This computer's probably tapped out. Open devices and printers. Yeah, the camera's not working. Okay. I will do a short on it. Yeah, this little camera thing I got, I'm gonna return it to Amazon. Okay. Alright. I will film a quick little short on it. Oh, I gotta do it vertically, don't I? Alright. Bear with me, Roadhog. I love everything. I promise I'm not picky. Alright, then I'll make it worth your while, man. I'll definitely throw you some stuff. This is awesome. Hold on, let me film this real quick. Hey guys, Matt from Just Stack It here, and I'm doing a late night live stream with my buddy Roadhog hanging out here, just keeping me company, and I'm going through some nickels, and look at that. I found a slick buffalo nickel. I can't tell the date. I've looked at it. I don't know if Nick a date's even going to help on that, but I found it. I think that's the first buffalo nickel I've found in a bankroll. So they are still out there. Very crazy to see, and I'm very happy to have it. Alright, guys, like and follow for more. Alright, I'll upload that later. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Put it with his buffalo friends in, there's another Lewis and Clark. Put him with his buffalo friends. Oh, that's a really nice ocean view. Man, I see, and that's the thing. The ocean view, or the Ocean View, Westward Journey, whatever they call those. Um, now I want to find a war nickel. Damn it. Um, those I feel like are nice. Um, just because they're different, and that's what I'm talking about with the mint. Like, if they would do some different stuff, you know how, okay, like quarters. Okay, they went hog wild on quarters. Wait, let's give them some credit. Some of them suck, but okay, they're trying. Quarters suck to go through because there's so many. It takes so long, right? So long to go through a box of quarters if you're looking through the quarters for stuff. You know, if you're just looking for silver, you can check out the ends and, you know, get through a box really quick. But if you're actually looking at them for, you know, maybe you found like a 1967 that's just in great shape, you know, I'm keeping that. I don't care if it's clad. Yeah, but quarters take fucking forever, and then I get confused. I had a book for the, not the state quarters, the statehood quarters or whatever. Somehow they're different. It's, I don't know. I don't know what their reasoning is, but they're different. And that's the one with like America Samoa, I think, and Puerto Rico has a quarter, and maybe the Virgin Islands or what. It's like, I don't know. I thought they were like national monument kind of quarters by state, but apparently they're different. But anyway, those I get confused, but there's just so many. It sucks to go through them. It's fun and it takes time, and just like this, like I'm halfway through that box of dimes, and I was like, no, I'm gonna open up the quarter or the nickels tonight. Wait a minute. 95. What is 95? 95p. Is it a P? It is a P. I think that's the one I need. I'm getting... Okay, wait, that's the wrong book. Where did I put it? All the way over here. That's the last one. I think that's the last one in this book. If I'm right. Either that or it's the D. Nope, I need the D. Can't win them all. Need the D. 95D. Ooh, see, like right there. There's a really nice 66. Another one of those like toners I was talking about earlier. And when I see stuff like that, I just set it aside. Here's a 76. Not too nice though. There's a 70, but it's heavily worn. Okay. You know, that's the thing. I got a stack right here. I keep forgetting because the mic's on one side and the camera's on the other. I have a stack of dimes here. None of them are silver. Right there's a 65, as a matter of fact. 82. You know, some different ones. But if they look really good, I'm going to set them aside. I'm going to put them in a flip. They're probably worth 15 cents. They're worth more than what I paid for, you know. I'm going to keep that stuff. And then one day, you know, somebody will sell it. And they'll have, you know, more than the face value, hopefully. I don't know. What do you think? In a few words, because I know you're typing. I don't need an essay. But in a few words, what do you think is going to happen with this Federal Reserve digital currency? Do you really think, like, they're going to phase out the cash? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like conspiracy theory-ish that, like, oh, they're going to phase out the cash. There's a decent 61. Decent 64. I already got 61s, don't I? I'm going to put that up there just in case, because I'm going to have to try to fill that book. Pulled out a 2021 P nickel. Yeah, the 2020. I got one right here. As a matter of fact, they're. I don't know, man. Some of the like the mint errors. Ooh, there's another Ocean View. And that one's kind of dirty. It's the mint errors, man. Like, I don't. There's almost so many now you can't keep up on them. I don't know. What the hell? What is that? That's a dirty 1970. Really dirty. Paint and everything else. And there's another 1970 that's not dirty. I hope they don't, but I feel like they're gonna try to do it. I mean, okay, so there's two sides of this for me. Even My Precious Metals places around here, I can use a card. Like I bought that 1916D today, and they don't charge me any extra for that. Now, if I'm buying gold or silver bullion and I use a credit card, there's a charge for that. I'm sure there's a reason why. I don't know what the reason why is, but if it's currency, it's considered, I guess, basically just exchanging money or something. So they don't charge you anything extra, but if you're buying bullion or something, it's taxed. Maybe that's got more to do with the credit card companies. But it wasn't bad today. I don't have it in front of me. I already threw it in the safe. But with that, I bought, my daughter wanted a widow's mite. It's a coin from the Bible. Not the coin. It's, they are coins at the time of the Bible. Is that a proof? That sucker's real shiny. Nope, just a 2022. But it's a widow's mite. It's a coin from the Bible. 64. And my daughter said it looked like a fish because it was probably buried and dug up in like an archaeological dig. So, there's not much left of it, and it's odd shaped. I paid $45 for that because my daughter said she wanted it. She probably ain't going to look at it until, I don't know, I die and she goes through my collection. Who knows? But I hold it, with all my other ancient coins. But I paid $45 for that. And then I got an Asahi round. They had the Asahi rounds in their generic bin, and they're brand new, like the nice ones. And I know they are technically generic, but they carry a touch of a premium to them normally. But they had them in there with everything else, and I said, well, how much? Wait, is that an S? That is 1970S. I'm keeping it. Ocean View, keeping it. Ew. What the fuck? 1964, but let's see if I can. I really need to get this setup finalized. Somebody blacked it out with something. It's probably Sharpie or something like that, but it looks like it's been on there for a while. But yeah, I bought the round, right? I forget, it was 24 something. But because it was the only one round I bought and I was spending so much money, they were like, yeah, we're not going to charge you the extra 3.5% or whatever it is for using a card because, it's such a small fraction of the purchase. Which I thought was cool. I mean, it wouldn't have been much anyway, but they try to be decent, I guess, when they can. Yeah, this will probably be my last roll. I'm about halfway through the box or so. And I'll just probably finish this tomorrow. Plus, I gotta plug this book with some of these 60s. There's a really nice ocean view. I will say this is crazy. I went through my last box of nickels, and this is the entire bag of the 2004-2005 Westward Journeys or whatever that I found. And I already have a stack that's approaching this size, and I'm only halfway through this box. That's pretty crazy. Again, they're not like, they're 2004, 2005. They're not crazy rare, but they're gonna be when I pull them all from circulation and I'm holding them in buckets. That's an 86. It looks good, but it's just too worn. Alright, quick break. Yeah, so what I guess where I'm at is I'm a stacker. I got some silver, I got some gold, but even in like the trade day and some of the other things, who was it? He probably ain't gonna. It's public knowledge. Jam Patriot is one of them. There for a couple of trades, he was offering trades of special items, special silver things for generics. And now, granted, there was it was an equivalent exchange or whatever he was asking for, but what was one of them? One of them was almost 20 ounces of silver, but I got like a bunch of graded American Eagles and something else, some other stuff. It was a pretty big trade, and so like through some of those trades and some other things, I've now started. The stack's still there. Don't get me wrong, but like physically on hand, the stuff that I keep around, I have more slabs. No, I mean, it's closer. There's definitely a lot more slabs in my safe than taking up space than some of the other items. I have some of those ancient coins, and what was that? Nothing special. I have a bunch of ancient coins, some hand pours, tons of well, not tons, but for me, I consider it to be plenty of constitutional. 90% halves, 40% halves. I got a bunch of stuff on hand, and I find myself running more towards the numismatics because it's just more interesting. It's more fun, and you can still get your silver fix, on numismatics. American Silver Eagles. Ooh, there's a 39. I don't know if I have one of those yet. The premiums are high. You're gonna get some of it back. I try to keep to graded unless I get them at a deal. I bought a couple off one of my LCS, and I asked them. I was like, "Hey, what do you want for those?" And they were I think they were in like a Christmas decoration thing. I still have the flips, like a little plastic case with an insert, and they said Merry Christmas or whatever on the case. And I was like, well, what do you want for, and they're not that old. They're like 2019 or something, but they're starting to tone up because they sat in that cardboard. That cardboard, man, that tones things up. Leave that sitting in there a couple years and then send something in to get graded. and we'll do another roll. Fuck it. You're gonna get some really nice toning on that coin from the cardboard. But anyway, I was like, well, what do you want for this? He said $30. I was like, wait a minute. I buy Morgans and peace dollars, like I won't say coal, but his garbage bin of peace dollars and Morgans. I buy those for $30. You're gonna sell me an American Silver Eagle in good shape for $30? Yeah, I want both of them. Give them to me. And that's the thing, man. Is like that's why the auctions get me in so much trouble. Not trouble, but financially, I guess. Is that if somebody starts dropping prices or offering a deal, and I got money, it's hard for me to pass out. You know how many deals I've gotten in the different auctions because nobody's buying, and and there's a 68, but it's rough. I've gotten a bunch of deals where I'm just chilling in there, and I can't buy everything. I get that, but I'll see something and I'll be like, oh, maybe that's good. Maybe I should pick that up, or whatever. And I don't know. Better judgment tells me not to. And then, sometime later, Big Flip's been doing it on a couple items, different people. 1952. That's going up there. People drop prices. Like, what is this? I got it right here. I think I was trying to tell you guys earlier, but it didn't work. John Wolf in one of I think it was Early Bird Trade Day last week, had a lot up, and he had a whole bunch of centavos, sorry. Whole bunch of like 5 centavos and things. 3 buffalo nickels here, and they all have dates. Another 5 centésimos. He had all this stuff up. I forget, and then a little bag with more Mexican coins in it. Most of them are, aged at least decently. Nothing's like real modern. And I forget what he was asking for it originally, but he was running out of time. They were getting ready to switch from early bird trade day to regular trade day, and he dropped the price, and I forget what he was originally asking, but he dropped it to like 55, and I was just like, Ben, all right, no, I got you. And it's not any, it's not a bunch of silver. The buffaloes are nice. They have clear dates. Like this here, I don't know what this is. I'll have to look it up eventually. It says what looks like 2 cents on it, right? It says an 1865 fancy. I'm guessing that's a 5. I don't know what else it would be. But it's a Mexican coin, but on the back it says 2. So I'm guessing it's like a 2 cent piece. I don't know what that's worth. But 1865, it's old. I'll take it. Some of these others, 1910, 1914. Are you kidding me? I don't care where it's from. I'm buying it. Old stuff like that, somebody is always going to want it. And he was just letting that stuff go. And it wasn't because he was desperate. It was because he was literally the last one up, and he was running out of time on the street. And, he didn't want to have to go over to the next one and wait, try to get up and see if he could, he already knew it wasn't going. Nobody was really bidding on it, so he dropped the price, and I just swooped in. I do that a lot, or, if you're buying a lot, sometimes you can, well, not a lot, I guess that's objective, right, for different people, but if you're buying a lot, like, you can, work some things out on the back end. I think it was 65, right? You think that's what that meant? I don't know. It just said 1965. Or, I'm sorry. It was 1865, wasn't it? Now you're going to make me pull it back out. 1865. Fancy. It looks like either an S. Fancy 5. Okay, yeah, Fancy 5. 2 cent. United States of... What the fuck? Hold on. Is this not Mexican? United States of America? We have a 2 cent? What? Hold on. I gotta look this up. Let's go... Add... how do I add display capture? Add source, display capture, add source. Okay, done. Okay, let me switch over. You're gonna see my screen. Yes, I had my YouTube up. Let's see. Oh. US 2 cent. JM, that's it? A good is 15. Fine is 25. Extremely fine. Uncirculated is 80. Well, holy shit, I didn't even realize this was US. And it says it's a fine at the bottom. Now, again, this isn't graded. But that would be a $25 coin right there. The back's pretty close to slick. I mean, it's in this flip, and I feel like it needs a new one. And I'll probably give it that. Let's see, let's shop. Let's see. Okay, yeah, mine's not that nice. Oh, God. Yeah, there's some... Okay, mine's not even that nice. Mine, yeah, probably closer to something like that. That one's going for 32 on Macari, so... Here's one graded. MS65, yikes. Okay. $45. That one has more detail than mine. Mine's probably closer to like whatever's going on with this one. And that one on Etsy is going for like 17. Okay. You know, my back looks like that front. That's crazy though. I didn't even realize that was a US coin. Guess I gotta look. Because it doesn't say anything anywhere. It just says, you know, 1865. I didn't catch that until just now when I tried to read the back that it said US. And now... Okay. I don't know what the banner says. What's the banner say? In God We Trust? Okay, yeah, I see that. Man, mine's missing. Missing some detail, though. But, oh, shoot. Yeah, that's a lot better than I thought. See? Right there. A lot better than I thought. So... I get a bunch of Mexicans, some buffaloes, all that for $55. You know, caught it at a good time. Alright, we'll get back to the stream. Go back to the... Oh, I have to pull this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so, and then I was showing you guys at the beginning of the stream before... Ringmaster Ray had a bunch of Canadian $50, which, again, I don't want to jump into it. But, man, it's just... Come on, focus you, POS. their coins are just so far above ours in detail. I mean, I hate to say it, but they have tiny, tiny details and stuff in theirs. Like, and ours is like, oh, it's got full bell lines, or it's got full steps on the nickels on the back for the, what is it, Monticello or whatever. Full steps. Like, theirs is like, hey, can you read that tiny little ribbon? The wording on that tiny little ribbon at the bottom. Vern! It's a very late stream. We're hunting nickels. Well, we were. I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up, take what I got, fill book. But, sir, I got something for you. And Roadhog was here when I found it. And I got a half a box of nickels here that I've been sorting through, and it's on live stream, so like there's no debating it. I found a slicked out no date buffalo nickel in a bankroll. Like it's crazy to me. I've never found one in there. I was always like, yeah, you know, someday. It just snuck up on me. We were sitting here, I was going through stuff, chatting, and then kind of had a heart attack just because and it's a no date. I don't know. Like I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. Maybe, I mean, it'd be a miracle if you could nicodate that. And some people even say, I've heard people say that like nicodating it, I mean, I guess it's slicked out anyway, but there might be something there. Maybe, I don't know. And I can't get my microscope camera to work because it's a piece of Chinese crap. But we will see. And I'll try to give an update. I filmed a little short about it, but I'm calling it a slick until proven otherwise. You know, though, I kind of, in the right light, maybe I've had beer. It's 2 a.m. here on the East Coast, after 2 a.m. I'm probably making updates, looking at it, wanting to see something, but still, a very nice find. Yeah, thank you. So, I'm going to see what I can fill in this book from the old stuff that I've found. And also, Vern, I'm keeping all the Westward Journey. I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what I'm calling it. The Westward Journey, the Lewis and Clark stuff, the Louisiana Purchase, all of those. I keep all of those. I am pulling them from circulation. They're special, and I feel like even for like channel giveaways, I can make up little sets of them, hopefully, that are like in half decent shape, and, you know, give those away a dime a dozen. So, let's see. 63. Oh, that's in the other book. Why did I pull that one aside then? Okay, 41. Ooh, they had... Oh, yeah, the war nickels. They were PD. Oh, and the S were all silver. Huh. Okay, 41. You know what? I already got a 41. Yep. I guess that one's going wayside. And there I go, knocking everything over. I need a bigger table for this. But my new house is so small. 63, that's going over there. I don't know why I was setting the 63s away. 41, not the D. Don't need it. So Vern, I keep them also. I figured I can spin them later. Well, yes, but I'm pulling them and hoarding them, I guess you could say. 61. Has it got a mint mark? D. Nope, I got a better one. That one looked like it'd seen some pavement. 47. D. Dun, dun, dun. And I needed that one. Sweet. So Vern, what's your primary? What do you like to buy most? I've already talked to Roadhog, and there's no picky business going on there. What do you like to? What's your favorite? I guess if you had to pick one, what do you always try to pick up if you see it? Oh yeah, I'll get a bigger house, and it's not even about the bigger house. I had a bigger house. I chose to do the real estate thing. 61D? No. Is it better? No. Nickels everywhere. 64. Why'd I set that aside? Again, with the questionable decisions. 46D. Boom. Not the best. We'll see if we can find a better one, but it'll work for now. 1940. No D. Don't need it. 64. Why did I set... Maybe it just looks decent. I don't know why I set all those aside. 61D. Nope. Is it better? Arguably no. So, wait, I missed what Vern said. Let me see. Oh wait, no. Okay, Vern didn't answer yet. I just find it interesting because I was stacking 52 no mint mark, and then now. I mean, I don't fault anybody for it, but now I guess I'm starting to get into like the numismatic side of things. Like the coins are fun, and it takes like stacking to 39. Oh yeah, that's my baby right there. What is it? No mint mark. Awesome. That's the second year of the run. It started in 38. I just 75. Why did I put? Is it a really nice one? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm starting to get into the coins. It just adds some excitement. Plus, there's still. It's not the value that most people would think, but there's still value in these. Okay, 56D. This book of nickels, when I get done with it, someone will buy it for more than, hopefully, the nickels cost me and the book, maybe, if I'm lucky. Or even if not, close to it. And then I got some entertainment out of it. And fun, I've bought sets, like the Merkdime set, I bought pretty much complete, minus the 16D that I got today. But, and that was kind of rewarding, but like the only thing about my Merkdime set that means anything is that I had the cash to buy the 16D to complete the set, right? So that's really nothing special, so to speak. 60, I got it. Is that one better? I don't think so. So, I mean, yes, it's an acquisition, and I still feel pretty good about it, but there wasn't any skill involved in that. I had money. I bought the set from Big Flip minus the 16D, and then today I literally happened upon a 1916D at my LCS, so I bought it. 63, why am I even looking at that? And a 59D. 59D. Oh, I already got one. Oh, and it's better, too. Okay, I don't think I need these few. And then I set... Oh, yeah, those are my toners and stuff. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just don't feel as good. I mean, yes, it's super pretty, and I have a 1916D now, which not a lot of people can say. Didn't fill a lot, but on these older dates, this first series of the Jefferson 38 to 61. This is getting harder and harder to fill, and I'm not being picky. Not really. I mean, if it's a road nickel, I'll skip over it, but I'm not. If I find something and I don't have one, I'll plug it, and then maybe later try to upgrade. So I'll set my toners and what I think are special up here on my special little coaster. This Buffalo I'm really happy about. And then I will throw these guys all in with the other Westward Journey, or whatever that series is called. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only halfway through the box, and I feel like I'm already... I don't know. It'll probably be pretty close, I think. But, yeah. The bag's definitely, probably by the time the box is done, the bag's going to have doubled in size. So I'll figure that out. I might even be able to find some little cases or something to put them in. High winds. Uh-oh. Yeah, one of my friends is just starting up a channel because we were talking. And I was like, yeah, try to put the wrappers out of the way. I was like, yeah, I got a YouTube channel. I got a couple of them. It's not that bad. But he's got some property, for a specific purpose. We'll just say that. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, dude. And I went out there and I finally saw it. And it's, for what it is and where it is and all that, it's nice. And so I was like, dude, why aren't you filming videos and throwing them up on YouTube? I was like, this is like prepper's paradise kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're a little bit of work and you'll be making money off of this. Like, you'll be making good money off of these videos. Like, not many people have what he has in the land that he has. So I was like, yeah, you need to film some of this. So I actually helped him edit and do his first video. Now it's just something that he had filmed before, so the camera work and all that is, not the greatest. But I tried to jazz it up a little. I put some text on it, I color graded it, fixed the audio as best I could, stuff like that. But yeah, he started his channel, and I'm kind of guiding him through it because I was like, man, like you're gonna be bigger than any channel I've ever had. Like, I guarantee it, because his land is just so cool. It's not just land. There's a lot to it. And I feel like, maybe even a couple years from now, that'll help fund more projects with the land, like to get it back, up to where he would like it to be. Oh, yeah. I mean, the location, I'm sure, is great. But yeah, I mean, considering what it is, where he paid, like what he paid for it, and just some other details, you just can't find anything like that. I mean, arguably anywhere. It's just got too many positives to it. You know, it's a lot. And I told him, I was like, I've watched a bunch of prepper channels. I mean, Yankee Stacking is kind of prepping, and then there's the other preppers. A couple of them have done actual silver videos and stuff. But, or what's the guy on the tool side that I kind of butted heads with? Wrangle Star or whatever. He's into preparedness, and he has like a homestead and stuff like that. Like, even some of those, it's just land. They just have land and maybe some animals and stuff. There's nothing truly special about the land. Like, do you have a river? Is it a good river? Is it going to dry up or have problems at the first hiccup? Just different stuff like that. And his land is truly unique, and it's in an arguably decent location, for what it is and everything else. So, yeah. Yeah, it's called, it's going to be hard to find him because, there's a lot of channels, I think, that have his name, but I'll tell you the name of his channel. It's called Are You Ready? That's just what he came up with and what he seemed to like. So I'm not hampering his creative, process. So that's his channel. He's only got one video that I know of up now, but I expect good things. I'm sure sometime here shortly later I'll officially shout him out, because a lot of people almost anybody that's stacking silver is already kind of into preparedness. It's more on the financial, but it's still preparedness. Oh man, they just have the paper down? Huh. I just got some repairs done on my roof, as a matter of fact, today. Insurance was giving me trouble. Oh yeah, everybody's got to start somewhere. I remember when I first started with my other channel, I actually went out and bought like a cheap GoPro knockoff and all this stuff. I was like, oh, because this is what I need. And then I don't know how far I was into it. Couple videos, way too far. And I was like, it's a fisheye lens, it's all that stuff and everything else. And I remember watching a video or something, and them being like, what, just film on your phone, for a while. You don't need anything crazy. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Wait a minute. I just need to film on my phone. Okay. And so I did that. I switched, and it actually improved the quality of my videos a lot from the knockoff GoPro thing that I was using. Yeah, honestly, a phone is about all you need anymore. I don't think, unless you're a big channel, nobody's really too hateful on the quality of the video. As long as it's not like a potato camera, then you're fine. Even this webcam, this thing is older than my son, and he is about to turn 8 in December. And I bought this before he was born. So this thing's almost a decade old. The one here, the one I'm using now, and it's still decent. It's not, crazy, but it's decent. So I don't even know, what's a no date Buffalo go for? assuming that it's that. The back looks pretty good, considering. Still see the United States of America at the top, the 5 cents at the bottom. E pluribus unum is still there. The Indians still got some features. I'm amazed. I wonder what they go for. No, they can't be that much. Let's see. Well, that 2 cent, I didn't even think that was a US coin at first, so that's awesome. No date Buffalo nickel. Let's see what people are selling them for. One with a date is going for $5 on APMEX. $2.50, no date visible, Buffalo on eBay. Yeah, so, I mean, you gotta sift through all the BS, man. Some of these coin listings are ridiculous. Here, I'll flip back and show you. Turn this back on. Some of these listings are crazy. Like, you have places like APMEX and stuff. They're claiming right here that you can buy a roll of 20. What's that? $1 for $10. So 50 cents, something like that. I don't know. That'll be debatable. But yeah, maybe $1, 50 cents, $1, something like that. That's funny. Rare Buffalo head nickel 2500. Those are like, they're fishing, right? They're just fishing. They have no idea what that coin is, and they're just trying to see if somebody's dumb enough to pay $2,500 for it. That one looks like it's been through a sandstorm. They're asking for 500. That's another fishing. Yeah, rare Buffalo nickel, no date. You know, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And at least people are trying, I guess. Sort of. But that things like that are what give, you know, the coin world, I guess, a bad name. That guy walks into the gold and silver pawn shop in Vegas with a no-date Buffalo thinking he's going to get $2,000, you know. Yeah, and what they're asking and what they're getting are two very different things. But places like APMEX and places like that, I feel like, are more indicative, closer to, like, you know, what a relative fair market price is. Obviously, that's still like dealer price, but, you know, it should be closer to the realm. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's an error coin. The error's gone. It's been worn off, but it is there. The Buffalo grew his legs back. You know? Oh. Alright, guys. Well, it's getting late here. I gotta finish like half this beer and then get up with the kids tomorrow. Plus, I have to leave town and go travel for work. So someone's gonna come here and watch my daughter. and the house and the dog while I'm gone, but I will be up by kind of the Chicago area for a couple of days for work. I plan on trying to stop in. Who is it? T? I think it's T, the Silver Stacker. If I'm saying his channel name right, he's one of the bigger guys. He goes to a shop up there, and I realized that I'm up there occasionally, and so I can stop into that shop and see the shop, in the different perspective of YouTube and then in person. So I'm going to try to stop. I think it's called the Gold Depot, if I remember right. So I'm going to try to stop in there while I'm up and see what I can find. But, nothing too crazy. I need to slow down on some of my purchases, actually. I've been acquiring things at kind of a rate that is not entirely sustainable. It's rough though when Big Flip pulls out what was it, Friday, yesterday I suppose. He pulled out book of $50, the entire set. It's missing a couple. I won't say that, but pretty close to the entire set with the proofs and everything. I paid quite a penny for that, but it's gonna be a really nice thing to have. Had I known I was about to buy a 1916D, I may not have bought that book, but too late now. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream now. I thank you guys for hanging out. I sincerely do, keeping me company, and for Roadhog actually being someone that can verify that I found that Buffalo nickel in a bankroll set, which I never have. That's a first for me, so still a nice score. Yeah, I'm going to have a great, hopefully, rest of the morning now, and then get up with these kids. So wish me lots of luck and coffee. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you again for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye.